Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish from the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you're zooming right into business today with Bernice Caldy, who is the owner of the Image Builders, where we see it, the Wadsworth Community Guide magazine. Right there it is. Yeah. So good morning, Bernice. I love it.
Oh, good
Yeah.
morning, Janie.
Yeah, well, we want to talk about the magazine and your business because this is pretty exciting. It's a huge marketing tool for the chamber and so many other businesses in Wadsworth. Yeah,
Oh,
so
wonderful.
I use it all the time. Yep.
Oh, good. Excellent.
So
Well,
tell
we're
us
in our
about
eighth.
image. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's pretty established because we're in our, I have all the old books right here. I dug them all out from all the
Oh my,
years past. The very first one was in 2002, and right after 9/11. Can you believe it?
no.
Uh, and it was still very successful. Wadsworth was always a wonderful town. I love Wadsworth. It's just, I always say if there was someplace I could live other than North Royalton, it would be Wadsworth because it's just such a cute town and the people there are just so nice. I lived in North Carolina prior to moving to Ohio. And the people in Wadsworth are a lot like the people in North Carolina, just real friendly, down home, welcoming. So, a little plug for Wadsworth there.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
tell us about your business at Image Builders.
Well, I started the business actually next year. It'll be 20 years. I can't even believe it. It went fast. Doing community magazines. The first one we did was Talmadge. Then we did North Ridgeville, then Strongsville. And my goal at the beginning was just to do 2 or 3 books a year on a rotational basis, get a graphic artist to help me, and it would just be me and the graphic artist, and away we'd go. But it became popular and more communities wanted to have the magazines. So now after 19 years, we've got a professional writer, we've got 3 graphic artists, we've got 3 salespeople, including myself, because I still sell, an editor, a bookkeeper. So we've got quite a few people that work for us and have been with us for a very long time. Everybody really enjoys what they do because it is nice. It's a very high quality piece. We spare no expense with the type of paper and the photography and the articles that are professionally written in here. We just want the community to feel really good about Wadsworth. Of course, it's not hard to feel good about Wadsworth, but
I love that.
it always helps. You always know the bad things about your town, like the time they forgot to pick up your garbage or something. Well,
Oh, sure.
guess what? The phone number for that department is in here. So it is a community guide that people can use throughout the year to get phone numbers, restaurant names, churches. There's a church listing in here. There's even a map of the community. We've got editorials on education. So it's nice to know kind of an annual overview of what the schools are doing, and also from the city. So we've got a very nice editorial from the city that kind of showcases what all the city has been up to and what their future plans are for the next year. So it's a very nice magazine. The goal is for people to hang on to this for the full year. We also want them to get into the hands of new residents or new businesses that are thinking of coming into the area, or visitors. So thus, you mentioned that you give away quite a few.
We do.
We do direct mail these we print 10,000 copies. We direct mail them to, let me just check that 1 second. We print 15,000, excuse me, of the magazine, and we direct mail them to homes and businesses in the Wadsworth zip code. And out of that 15,000, we hold back about, 500-600 copies for you guys, City Hall, Board of Education, customers that have ads in the book. Some of them like to pass out and have some on their counters for passing out to new people coming in, or who perhaps didn't get one or from another town. But we are image builders, and that is our goal, is to build the image of each community. And we do it one business at a time. That's kind of our motto, because it's the businesses in the community that make the community. So it's a very prestigious thing to be in the magazine. We want, you know, the best of the best business-wise in here. We have an opportunity. If you notice, there's people on the front cover. Due to COVID, we've been doing things a little bit different because we can't per se have a group photo. I don't know whether we will or not by the time we get ready to take the photo for Wadsworth. But what we've done in other communities is a front cover with, well, you know, like the headshots of people on the front. And it looked very, very nice. Or we have put that photo on the inside of the magazine and in that section of the magazine. So in the people that are on the cover, the only requirement for them, Janie, is to have a profile in the business and community leaders section of the book. So they can do anything from a full page like Thurber's and St. Edward's did, to a half page or even a quarter page profile about their business and about the different people in the community. The only requirement is that people do a half page of space in the magazine. These folks that did a quarter page actually have another quarter page ad somewhere else in the book. So the reason we have that requirement is we would have the entire town of Wadsworth and every other town on that front cover and try to limit it to around 20 or so people.
Sure.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a nice effect.
So it's time for another Wadsworth community guide. So
Yes.
yeah, how can people find you to get in that book?
Well, they many ways. One way would be to call me. My number is 440-346-4482, or we do have a website. It's www.imagebuilders with an S marketing.us, not .com.us, and they can go on our website and see the various books. My personal email address is B as in boy, K as in king, imagebuilder@msn.com. So that's another way. And if anybody gets totally confused, I'm sure you wouldn't mind steering them to me if they call you.
Right, absolutely. So
Thank
when
you.
you're just starting now to work on our next Wadsworth book.
Yes, and we've actually already got a lot of sales. Earlier, I think it was in September, or we just did kind of an email blast to our renewal customers that have been in it year after year after year, and so many of them said yes, just sign us up. So we're, you know, basically halfway done. So you know,
boy.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sales wise, it's been great because it's a wonderful way to get your name out there.
It sure is.
It's for, especially for some businesses, it's hard for them to find a tasteful way to get their name out in the public. I mean, you can't really do coupon books, and you know, TV is expensive and so on and so forth. This magazine is out for an entire year, and it's just a very high quality piece. I always tell people one of the reasons I make the cover so shiny and beautiful is because when people get this out of their mailbox, I want them to put their junk mail under their arm and start reading my magazine on their way up to the door. And if you're like me and the recycling bin is right by the door, then all my junk mail goes in the bin and I keep this.
Oh my gosh. Well, Bernice, I love your passion for this.
Thanks.
I can just feel it. You don't know what you've done for so many businesses. I mean, I know you know the tip of the iceberg, but
yeah,
boy, for us at the chamber, we use this marketing tool all the time. Yeah, we can hardly wait for the next one to come out. And it's so easy, you know, it's just so everything that you do to help our businesses, you make it very simple. And there's not like a lot of layers that you have to go through.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the people that that are around in the Wadsworth area, that from Image Builders, everybody loves you guys. Because it's just so nice to work with. And
well,
that's
we have 2 new people this year, not new, but one is Scott Hughes, who has been with me for 15 years. and he is going to help with sales. So everyone might see Scott on the phone or whatever. We're working. If I could just add this, I know a lot of businesses would rather not have people stop in. So we are doing a lot of phone and internet work this year. And we can drop off info. We can do all kinds of things. We're open to a lot of suggestions. But the other salesperson is my daughter. She has joined the company. Alex Caldy. She was a teacher for 15 years and decided that she'd had it, and is now working with me. And she's just been, she was in training for 3 weeks and just hit the ground running. So,
Very nice.
Like mother, like daughter.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Bernice, thank you so much for all you do for Wadsworth. And we're excited about our next community guide.
Good. Thank you so much, Janie. And I look forward to working with you as well. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Okay. Thank you, Bernice.
All right. Thank you too, Janie.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you are zooming into business. And right now we're zooming in with Catherine Miracle, great last name, of Miracle Resources. Absolutely. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, it's so good to see you, Janie. Thanks for all you do for the chamber. You and Stephanie have kept us strong during this pandemic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a struggle, but for everybody. And I think we've all pulled together. I feel it. Yeah.
Oh, I do. I do too.
So tell us about Miracle Resources.
Well, Miracle Resources is the umbrella for 3 brands. MR is the marketing and public relations firm. That's how I started the company in 2003, and doing all of the external work on marketing, and then of course, public relations. And then later we saw that our clients really needed help with the internal. And that leads us to our second brand. That is called Brand Plus Team Equals Revenue. It's a national training program. We have trainers in all across the United States. And one of the great things about it is we work with teams in a fun and interactive training to help them build a culture. And it's a high performance culture, but it also builds the brand, of course, the team and the revenue. So what was missing, we didn't have the internal piece when we first started Miracle Resources. We just had the marketing, the PR, which was very external. So the internal is working so people can deliver good customer service, so they can communicate correctly, so they can build a team. And then the third brand is called the Communication Concierge. That is my personal public speaking work. Also, I kind of career coach people. And Janie, I don't know if you even knew this, but I work with a lot of people who, as they grow in the company, I can help them get the job, but then to keep the job, to deal with the office politics, to get promoted, to make the right relationships in the company. And, we all don't have a mentor that helps us do that. So I love doing that because there's people who they're really faced with challenges with difficult coworkers, and how do they navigate that? So I really listen, and I am the communication concierge for them.
Now, this is absolutely amazing, and amazing that you're right here in Wadsworth, Ohio. I love that. Truly.
I love
So of all of the other kind of PR, marketing, things like that, what is so unique about Miracle Resources?
Well, what makes us unique is we look at a brand and we can, of course, get you the help on the external. We've done billboards, ads, TV commercials, flyers, social media, all that. But the internal has to match the external. And I want you to think about if a business opens, let's say it's a restaurant, you heard it was really great and they had a beautiful billboard and they had a great logo, but then you went in and they had horrible customer service, or the way you were communicated with didn't make you feel good. So those two have to match. And that's what Miracle Resources does with the marketing, the PR, and the Brand Plus Team Equals Revenue. But we're never telling anyone what to do. We actually help them discover. And that's what's fun about our training, because it's very fun and very interactive. And we're never telling anyone what to do, but we're helping them discover what works best. Because at the end of the day, it's all about great communication.
So I can feel your passion through this computer screen. And
I
so
love it. I
tell
love
me,
it.
why do you love what you do?
I love it because I see people who struggle. And I'll give you an example. If a company is really struggling with customer service, especially during the pandemic, sometimes the employees didn't want to be there. You know, they really wanted to be home. They were worried about their health, but they had to be there because it was essential for the business. So everyone in the pandemic is experiencing this differently. So how do you build a high performance culture team? That takes someone from the outside, that's us, going in, it might be one of our 54 trainers or me, but actually going in and listening and observing and helping the clients and everyone on the team understand we're all, again, coming at this differently, but really building the bridges to work together and give the best customer service. That again, elevates the brand, builds the team, and increases the revenue. So it's needed. It's, I guess, Janie, the best way to say it is like this. If people believe they can handle their own team, I ask them to cut their own hair. You can't cut your own hair. I could never cut my own hair. You can't see the angles. You're too close to it. So just like me, I have coaches that have helped me because you're too close to it. And even the way meetings are conducted and the way we communicate with each other. And Janie, you see in the news every day, someone messes up and, you know, they lose their job. And what we say at Miracle Resources is, let us talk with your difficult coworkers. Let us success coach your underperforming employees. They just need a little miracle.
I love that. Now, Catherine, how
Great
can
last name.
I love that? You married well.
Did
Yeah.
marry well.
Oh, hey, so how can people find you in Miracle Resources?
You know, the website Miracle Resources and CatherineMiracle.com. And of course, we're on all the social media platforms, but you know, we love what is called Mocktail Cocktail. It's a 15-minute free mocktails, which is what I'll have, and you can have a cocktail. And we just talk about it, and everything is extremely confidential. So if you're going through something, seek us out. And if you even type in Catherine Miracle on Google, I'll come up first. So, you know, you can reach out to me. I love that work. I love to listen because I know how frustrating it can be, especially when the team is not gelled and working together well. We all want a high performance culture, but we need help getting there. So the best way to reach us is, you know, if they want to go KM at miracleresources.com or just go to miracleresources.com and you can connect to me.
Oh, well, Catherine Miracle, thank you for all you do. Thank you for being a part of Wadsworth, the Chamber, and you're just a delight. And we're so pleased that you live here in Wadsworth.
Oh, I love it. You could thank my husband, Craig Miracle. He was on the State 81 Grizzlies basketball team. So we call him a legend, yes. And so that's so fun. And my family is actually 4 generations Wadsworth. So we really love it. We're honored to be part of the chamber. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a good week.
Okay, you too. Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you are zooming right in to meet the new Executive Director of Feeding Medina County. So good morning, Katie, first, and we're so happy to meet you.
Thank you so much, Janie. I'm happy to meet you and to see you on this beautiful Zoom.
You know what? Sometimes Zooms are the best and sometimes they're the worst, but this is the best one here. Especially as cold as it is outside today, we don't have to drive. Yeah,
exactly.
That's for sure. Okay, well, first of all, tell us about Feeding Medina County.
Sure. So Feeding Medina County is what I would consider one of the premier nonprofits in the county because we serve the entire county. We provide food for people who are facing food insecurity through our core programs. So we do the weekender bags for children. That's now in every single public school district in Medina County. That provides healthy meals and snacks for children who are receiving free or reduced lunch to give get them through the weekends and to make sure that, you know, there's something for them to eat and their parents don't have to worry when they're not in school, because so many families do depend on those free and reduced lunches. We also have the Staples for Seniors program that also services seniors that are in subsidized housing throughout our entire county. We're currently serving over 300 seniors that are living in these subsidized housing units, and we bring them once a month, typically about 30 to 40 pounds of food. There will be shelf stable items, there will be meat, there will be produce and dairy. We try to ensure that we're giving them, you know, healthy, nutritious food to help their overall wellness. And of course, everyone knows that we do the community-wide distributions. Those are done right now, the third Thursday of each month at the Medina County Fairgrounds. And those we do in partnership with the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank, just to get food out to anyone who has a need. That's typically where we're loading families' vehicles up with between 50 and 70 pounds of food.
Wow. Well, amazing. The whole Feeding Medina County organization is amazing. But what is so unique about Feeding Medina County?
I think that what I was thinking about this, and what I think is unique about us is that technically we're a food pantry, but we are one of the largest food pantry operations that I've ever seen. And I've worked in the nonprofit sector now for probably 12 or I'm actually going on my 13th year. You know, we exist as a nonprofit like all nonprofits do, by and for the community. So the community support is what keeps us going, but we exist to serve our community. And so one of the things that's so exciting about being a big food pantry is that we can help the smaller food pantries. So oftentimes smaller food pantries are run by volunteers. They might be out of a church or just through a group of community members who come together. And we're able to serve those organizations and help feed more people by transporting food. So you may have seen our big Feeding Medina County truck out before. We will drive that to Akron and get food from the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank, and then take that to the smaller food banks throughout our county and make sure that they're not being charged for the delivery and that they can order foods and we can get that to them quickly and safely.
Well, that is unique too. So Katie, you are new to the job here. You are new in this part of your career. And
yes.
So when did you start your job?
So as everyone knows, Sandy retired at the end of the year, and I was very lucky that I was able to come in a few days and work with her in December to see a food distribution and to learn about the way that Feeding Medina County operated. And, you know, I stepped in at the beginning of the year. So my first official day was the 4th of January, that very first Monday.
Oh, so tell me, in your new career, why do you love this new career path that you're taking?
So what I really love about Feeding Medina County is that I get to live in and serve my own community. I absolutely love working for nonprofits. I wake up every day knowing that I have a purpose and that I'm here to serve others. And so, you know, how can you not wake up and be filled with joy when you know that you're helping to feed folks and that is in turn affecting their entire well-being? So, you know, our children are getting the nutrition that they need to be able to focus in school and to be able to perform and become their best selves. Our seniors are getting high quality, nutritious food to supplement them and to ensure that they stay in good health. And our entire families, our entire counties, families have the opportunity to come to us and to also get nutritious food to help supplement them, especially now during the pandemic when we're seeing so many folks come to us who say things like, I've never needed help before, or I lost my job, this has never happened and I don't know what to do. And just to know that I'm there and I'm able to be a small part and to give them, you know, a friendly face so that they know they're not alone and that this can truly happen to anyone. I feel very fortunate, very blessed.
Oh, Katie, how can people find you, especially not only if they do need the help at this point, but also if they would like to volunteer to help Feeding Medina County?
Absolutely. So of course they can find us at the fairgrounds every third Thursday if they need any kind of food or assistance. If they need to pick up food for a neighbor or someone else in need, they can give us a call. We're at 330-421-4816, and we can explain that process because there is a way to pick up by proxy if you need to bring food to someone. If they'd like to make a secure donation, they can definitely visit our website, which is www.feedingmedinacounty.org. That also has the link for ways to get involved. So if you have, if you'd like to organize a food drive with your company or with your school, there's instructions on how to do that and how to get in touch with us. There's also opportunities to find out how to speak with us about doing something like a corporate match if your company offers that. And of course, to sign up for all of our volunteer opportunities and see what opportunities there are. And lastly, if you ever, if they're in the neighborhood, they need to swing by with something or they want to drop off a donation, we're located at 650 West Smith Road in Medina, and we're in Unit C8. They will see the Feeding Medina County logo on the side of the building.
Well, Katie, first, welcome. We are so happy you're here. And thank you for taking this job because we really appreciate it. I say it's a job, but it's a mission. Truly, it's a mission with a passion, and that's for sure. So thank you so much, and we'll be watching for wonderful things coming out of Feeding Medina County, as we always do.
Thank you so much, Janie.
You are welcome. Have a good week.
You too.